The recently released IRCC memo, was it a leaked document? Was the document fake? Is IRCC going to provide any official update on it? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Sri Talkies Canada. For all of you who are new, my name is Srijana and I am a licensed immigration consultant. I run my own consultancy firm based out of Toronto in Canada. If any of you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. A lot of you might have joined me after watching me with Navjot on his channel, Potato Talkies. Thank you so much. The support, and the love and all of the encouragement has really been overwhelming. Thank you for reaching out to me on various platforms and also for some really interesting suggestions. A lot of people have said I should try and possibly be a journalist. So I will keep that one in mind, and maybe in one of the videos, I can try and do some sort of an audition. I can be like a CBC journalist and say, this is Srijana for Sri Talkies Canada, see you next time. Or maybe you're talking about the channels in India, the Aaj Tak variety. Kya Canada ke darwaze hue hamesha ke liye band? I don't know if I'm quite made for this, this kind of neat broadcast, but the former, I can definitely try. But thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. I hope that you're going to derive value from joining me on this particular channel. I'm not just going to be talking about immigration on this channel. It's going to be a lot more beyond the contours of immigration, and I hope that there are insightful topics, fun, youthful, energizing sort of topics and information, and that all of us can partake of life experiences and learn and grow and laugh as we go along. So thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate the love and support. Now today's topic is a little bit somber. I'm going back to immigration because I have already done a video on the IRCC memo, and I saw so many TikTok videos and videos on Instagram and so many consultants, the public in general, saying different things. And they also, there seems to be so much misinformation about this particular document. So as a licensed representative practicing immigration, I had to jump in and give in my 2 cents. And so I'm coming to you on a Monday evening. I'm recording on a Monday. I don't know when you're going to watch it, but just doing a quick sort of peekaboo on a Monday to clarify some of the myths around this document. Now, the first thing that I heard was that this document was fake. Or some people are saying, oh, it was a leaked document, and so they don't really trust the authenticity or the veracity of this particular document. Let me tell you that this is a real document. It is an IRCC internal memo. It was written in November 2021, but it only came to the public domain, and it was released, just a few days back. So this document was released as a result of an ATIP request. I'm not too sure if you guys are familiar with ATIP, Access to Information and Privacy. So it's quite like, how in India you'd have, say, an RTI, a right to information, right? Where if you're a resident, citizen, anyone living in the country, you can actually ask official departments for, information on their workings, on some sort of, procedural nuances, etc. So a very popular immigration lawyer by name Stephen Mearns, he is based in Vancouver, and he does ATIP requests to the government all the time to kind of find out what the internal workings and methodologies of various government departments are. And of course, being an immigration lawyer, he wanted this information out in the public domain. And so he put in a request, and the government released this memo that was written a long time back. Now, a lot of people are asking, why was a memo required, or why did IRCC put together this sort of memo with all of this, very sort of doomsday-sounding information in it? Now, a memo or a department memo is required whenever there is some sort of a deviation from, business as usual, or if there's a standard procedure that a department has, and if there's a significant deviation from that standard procedure, then they have to come up with a memo. So this memo is directed to the minister and the deputy minister for their approval for IRCC to go ahead and implement the tenets of this particular document. Okay, so that's why the memo. Now, a lot of people have also said, oh, this document is a little bit dodgy because, a whole entire paragraphs are missing from it. Now, if you look at the document closely, you will see that some paragraphs are missing. Say, for example, things like next steps, etc. Now, the reason why these paragraphs are missing is because the government does not release classified information. Right now, a lot of information. I worked for the government of New Zealand and I worked for their visa department, exactly like IRCC. We got ATIP requests all the time. There were bits of information that we released, but there were bits that were not meant to be out in the public domain, and so this was information that was rightfully withheld as per what the legal tenets allow for. Right? So similarly, the IRCC has not released the entire document because some of it is super sensitive information, things like next steps, what they're going to do, or how they're going to assess applications, what risk factors are they looking at, demographics, etc. This is all sensitive information that if it's out in open, it's going to cause a lot of havoc, and so you don't want everything released to the public, and that's why some of these paragraphs have very legitimately been, they've been redacted or not redacted, but they've just not been released. And that's how an ATIP works. You can also make an ATIP request for your own application notes. In fact, I have ATIP requests pending for a few decline applications. Right? So when I get a response to my ATIP, there will be some assessment notes that will not be released to me because it's sensitive information. Otherwise, it will reveal all of IRCC's processing methodologies, etc., which shouldn't be out in public anyway. So that's why some paragraphs are empty. There's also a lot of word about what is this FHS that's been mentioned. Does FHS equals FSW? What is this whole FHS about? Now, FHS is Federal High Skilled Workers. FHS is sort of this overarching umbrella. So FSW, which is Federal Skilled Workers, FST, Federal Trade, CEC, all of these come under the broad umbrella of FHS. So when they say there will be a close to 50% reduction in the number of FHS applicants or applications, they mean FSW, FST, and CEC together. Right now, the reason why all of this is happening is because IRCC wants to create some sort of a breathing space. There have been too many applications that have come in and clogged the system. We all know about the TR to PR pathway that invited about 120,000 applications. There's also been a very wide influx of Afghan refugees, which is about 40,000 approximately. So, these are large numbers and of applications that IRCC has to now process. And so what it's doing is focusing on pretty much processing applications in the system to not sort of clog it as much and to reduce the number of new applications that are going to be coming in. So that's sort of the broad endeavor of what IRCC is planning to do. So the 50% reduction in allocation from the 110.5 that was supposed to be the original allocation is pointing at no new draws, at least in the first half of 2022. So these were some of the clarifications I wanted to get out there. There's just so much sort of rampant misinformation. This is also another reason why you have to be careful about, what your information sources are and the kind of, there's so much literature and just so much word out there that you have to be discerning about where you're picking up your information from, especially with regard to immigration, because I'm telling you, there are so many versions. Everybody is giving their own 2 cents, and sometimes so much gets lost in translation or completely morphed in translation and becomes something else altogether. So I would recommend discernment when you're dealing with news in the area of immigration and have a more sort of trusted counselor, source, etc. Okay, so this is what I wanted to discuss. I wanted to make it a sort of a quick video, and I thank you all for your time, and I hope you're enjoying my videos and that you will continue to join me as I give you a lot of updates around immigration, but let's not keep this channel just immigration centric because of course there's more to my life than immigration, and I want to share with you a lot of varied interests, etc. So I will come back to you with more stories from my life or what transpired in Canada, etc. But thank you for your time this Monday, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.